Hello, everyone. Welcome to UpStack Success Stories. And I'm here today with the amazing woman, Viviane. She's working together with UpStack too. And she is our UX designer because we have not just developers, but also amazing designers working together with us. Really happy to have you here with me, Viviane.
Thank you. I'm happy to join this. So let's see.
Would you mind telling a little about yourself? How did you even, got to be a UX designer? How did you start working remotely? Just anything what you can share.
Sure. Well, I'm from Brazil. I've been working as a designer for more than 16 years already. I started working, I first had a blog when I was a teenager, and I started to learn how to make it look better, how to make it work better. So I started studying and to learn about that. And from that, I started to get some freelance projects, and I never stopped. So, uh, and I worked for a lot of different companies already. I've been working remotely for 7 years. So this changed my life actually because I get to spend more time with my family. I'm a dog lover, so I have two dogs and I spend way more time with them. Uh, I guess that's it.
Amazing, beautiful. Was it hard to make that shift from the office work to remote world? How did that feel?
Wow, yes. At the beginning, I missed talking to people, to have coworkers you can talk the whole day. But you can easily fix that. We have tools like Slack, Skype, so you can keep talking to people. Whenever I feel lonely or want to interact with other people, I can get to a co-working. So you just have to find other ways to fix this, and that's it.
Good point, good point. So, are you coming back to the office work anytime or remote all the way?
No, no, not at all. Here in Brazil, actually, we take a long time to get to the office. So I used to get 2 hours, take 2 hours to get to the office. So you start the day very tired. And well, now I can just, I'm at home, so I can just open my computer and start working. It's hard sometimes, especially at the beginning, because I had to find ways to distract myself. So and you get easily distracted when you are working at home. So I started to create some tasks, things I should do, having a right time to start working. I even created a personal Trello board, just list all my tasks, the things I should do during the day. I started using some apps. I have used these apps called Forest. It's a great one because they block your phone, so you turn on some time shifts. During this time, you can check your phone or check social media, so I can focus on the job. And sometimes when I want to focus even more, I use the Pomodoro technique, and I try to do that. And I take small breaks between those times, and that's what I've been doing to work better.
Very productive. Sounds very productive. That's really nice. So you already kind of mentioned a few benefits about remote work. Do you think there are any more? Why exactly do you choose it personally in your life? Besides, spending time with family, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, something that had a big impact to me onto my life. I started to doing some exercise at the morning. I had no time to do that, so I wake up really early and I do some exercise before working. So this had made my life better and helped me to focus more on the job. I get to eat better too because when you are eating on the restaurants or you end up eating a lot of fast food, hamburgers, pizza. So when I'm home, I try to eat some salad and to prepare my meals. So that changed my life for sure.
Good point. That's a really good point. I can relate to that personally myself. You have time to cook, you have time to think
Yeah.
about yourself more. Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
true. So you kind of said that you are waking up quite early and you have time for yourself. So I think we are also aligning in that. So how is your actually remote working day mostly look like? Are you more or less working early from the morning, in the afternoon, or during the night? Because some of us are
Mhm.
better with one or another.
Yeah. Uh, I I work better during the mornings and during the nights because I had a manager that mentioned that to me once and made totally sense. When we are designers or working with creations, creative things, we are more focused during the night. So that's what I prefer doing. Middle of the day, I sometimes get a little more distracted, but then I try to focus myself. But I prefer working during the night, sure.
Amazing. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's the great part about the job because we get to work on flexible hours. So when I feel I'm not being productive at this moment, so I take a break and I get back later. So I do my hours, and that's really great.
Yeah, that sounds really nice. I mean, we are so are unique and different in this way. This is also why I'm interested to ask this question because it's just interesting to see. Because I personally wake up very early, but I start to work much later too because I need time for myself. So it's just very different. You also started talking yourself about some of the challenges that we can experience during remote working remotely. What are the biggest ones that you had in the beginning, and maybe that you can just simply make as tips for someone who's starting in order for them to be prepared to have it or not to do that.
Well, especially when you have family uh, at home, it's hard to get people to understand that you are working. So sometimes you have to focus on something and they want to talk. I have my mother here all the time. She wants to talk to me. So, okay, I'm working now. I have to focus. So you have to understand that I'm working. So this can be a struggle. So the way I found to fix that was having a special place to work. So I have my desk. When I'm here, I'm working. I can't stop working to do different tasks or to help or to talk. When I'm available, I leave the desk. I leave the desk, and we can talk. We can do anything you want. So what else? I mentioned before, I get easily distracted. So having finding ways to fix that, to focus more, because I have my dogs here, my mother, and well, there's a lot of things happening going on at the same time. So I guess that's it. That's it. Finding a way to fix those things, trying to focus, have a great schedule, listing the tasks you have to do during the day. Well, I guess that works for me at least. So I've been doing great this way.
Lovely, good tips for sure. I mean, I guess we often think that we can be extremely flexible during remote work, which we can, but at the same time, we still need some scheduling for our own sake. Otherwise, it gets
Mhm.
out of whack, and then everyone complains of these overworking hours, which is, also possible when you are passionate about your work.
Yeah, that's true.
Are there any more tips or some, big points that you would share with public, especially the people who are starting remote work or they're jumping in the IT industry?
Well, especially about remote work, I'd say first of all, learn about time zones, the difference between them, because sometimes you are sending a message to a coworker at 5 a.m. So I try to avoid that, especially because when I get a notification, really have to check because I get worried. So I start thinking about the others and I avoid doing the same. So when you have to schedule a meeting, so we are always checking the time zones, right? So it's not too early or too late for anyone else. And we have this communication struggle sometimes. So I'd say a good tip would be always be open, try to communicate all your needs, your updates, be in touch with your team. So this is a great help because sometimes, okay, I'm working from home, I'm not seeing my team, but well, we are all online, so it's easy to fix that, to keep in touch. At least this helps a lot. At least for me, I guess that's a good way.
Yeah, so true, so true. You have been working with this also so long time. It's amazing to hear, and I'm really sure you have lots of amazing experiences. Do you have maybe any success stories to share or some like big points that happened in your life that really changed or transformed you or made like you really proud of yourself?
Well, I got to work already on many different projects. Well, mobile apps, B2B projects. I have this one that has my heart because I worked on a rideshare app and I helped develop a feature that was called Roundup. And in this feature, users could round up their fares for the nearest dollar, and all this amount was donated to charities. With this tool, we raised more than $400K. So this made a big impact. And lately, I've been working on another project where we give back to the users by whenever you sign up for this product, we donate to charities. So I like this kind of projects when you get back to people to help other people. So and I get the chance to work on this. So this is what makes me really proud.
Double kind of reward in a sense. Yes, it's beautiful. Definitely, for sure. And I mean, I definitely need to mention this that Viviane was hired through us and actually got a job in the first day of her trial because she was so good that the client was so just wanted her right away. Yeah. And that happens, but that doesn't happen that often and so fast. So it just shows how amazing you are doing your work, and that definitely means that you should be proud of yourself.
No, thank you, really. I have no words.
Big pleasure. And also, one thing I really want to ask, because, we hear lots of stereotypes about women working in the IT industry. How does it feel for you to work in the IT world? And what encouraging words maybe you have to say to the women who want to start but are afraid to do it from hearing, all of these stereotypes?
Well, I do believe you might feel the same way. Sometimes we have to work the double to prove ourselves, to make people understand we know what we are saying. So, well, I've been in different situations when I wasn't being heard. So my tip is always do your job. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to speak. We are all the same. It's hard sometimes because we, especially women, we have this imposter syndrome. So most of the time we doubt ourselves. What I like to do, I check other women work, check what they're saying, and I like to talk to other women to understand how they feel, what they do to fix those issues. But this is what I learned. Don't be afraid to speak up, to have your voice, to be heard, and work harder. Because if you don't, you'll never get the respect. So especially in IT, because, well, most of the time we're working only with men. So there are some great guys who understand that, but there are other guys who don't. So that's what I'd say for sure. I do believe you had some experiences too. So
yeah, definitely. And I guess it's also like, at least one thing I always say, also don't take it too personal because it's just people's beliefs,
Yeah.
and of
We're
course,
dealing with different cultures too, so sometimes there are more limitations. So we have to learn to understand those differences, and that's it. And find the best way to do our job, to talk to people. So not the best part of the job, but that happens on every field. So we have to try harder. But I do believe when we are doing great, we are doing so we are able to do anything that a man does. So
exactly,
that's
precisely.
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you are the proof of it. You are doing it. You have been in this industry that long, so that just shows it's possible. So for all the women who
Yeah.
want to be there, just go and start. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be successful in one day or a few. It's going to take a while, but it's definitely possible.
Yes, it is. You have to work really hard to prove yourself to keep doing that, but it's doable for sure.
Exactly. As long as you have passion about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, this has been a really great talk, Viviane. Thank you a lot for sharing all of this. This is really useful, and I think it will inspire many women and also men who are listening to this because this is gender neutral information that is important for everyone to hear. So thank you for your experiences. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you. I had a great time, so hope I was able to help somehow.
Pleasure. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.